You're playing Stardew Valley on your 10th playthrough, and you're getting a little bored of unlocking the same old greenhouse. Or you've unlocked the greenhouse and you're just getting a little aggravated by the weird placements you have to make the sprinklers to cover all the crops. Or maybe you're simply feeling a little cramped after fitting in all the crops and trees you can possibly fit into a tiny space. There are many greenhouse mods that you can pick from to bring some variety into this essential building in Stardew Valley. The original greenhouse allows for a total of 18 fruit trees and 116 crops with iridium sprinklers, or 119 crops if you have pressure nozzles upgrading your sprinklers. We can use this as a baseline going forward in reviewing the greenhouses we're going to be covering today. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe this video so that you can see more upcoming Stardew Valley mod spotlights. If you're looking for a simple upgrade without any bells or whistles, the Better Greenhouse is a great option for you. It'll supply you an extended 15 by 15 greenhouse with space for 9 iridium sprinklers and 216 crops, and 8 or 14 dedicated spaces for fruit trees. When you download this, you'll notice instead of a standard zip file, it'll be a RAR file. If you have 7-zip downloaded, you should be able to extract this like any other zip file. I'll include a link to 7-zip in the description below. To change the number of dedicated spaces for fruit trees from 8 to 14, make sure you also have generic mod config menu mod installed as well. Start the game, and in the title screen, you'll see a little gear icon at the bottom left. Click on that and go to Better Greenhouse. Change the greenhouse type from regular to expanded and click save and close. When you go to the greenhouse in your game, you'll notice more spaces for trees are now available. Ellie's ideal greenhouse comes in a variety of options, with default being a modest option, which can fit 4 iridium sprinklers with upgraded pressure nozzles for a total of 192 farmable tiles and 8 dedicated spaces for trees along the sides. The expanded option comes with 3 separate farming areas. The first 2 can fit 8 iridium sprinklers with pressure nozzles for a total of 384 farmable tiles, and another section with 4 rows of 24 farmable tiles, which are great for hops and other trellised crops. This option also has room for 8 trees along the sides. And finally, the spacious option comes with 2 rooms. The first room has 1 farming section that can fit 8 iridium sprinklers with pressure nozzles for a total of 384 farmable tiles, and a second section that has 6 rows of 24 farmable tiles, which are great for hops and other trellis crops, and a second room that has space for 48 trees. To change to either the expanded or spacious options, we are going to go back into the generic mod config menu from earlier and select Ellie's ideal greenhouse from the list. And here you can change the greenhouse type to either modest, expanded, or spacious, and save and close. And finally, my current favorite greenhouse mod, and the one that I personally use, is the Oasis Greenhouse. This greenhouse features a 15 by 10 space for 6 regular iridium sprinklers, 144 crops, 16 dedicated spaces for fruit trees, and a basement cave with an outgoing minecart. So while you can't go to your greenhouse with the minecart, it is still a nice shortcut for going to other places from your greenhouse. This mod also has a fully functional Oasis spa for energy regeneration, all wrapped in a very aesthetically pleasing package. There's also some small notes you can find around the greenhouse that will make the greenhouse very lore friendly. This mod by default also has a wine cellar for kegs and casks, and a radio to change game music that works exactly like the saloon jukebox. The wine cellar also comes complete with some more story notes to give a little flavor as to why Grandpa had a saloon in his greenhouse. If you find getting a free cellar with your greenhouse to be a little overpowered, you can disable this feature in the config. You can disable the cellar for the greenhouse by going back to the generic mod menu that we showed previously and selecting Oasis Greenhouse from the list. And here you can disable the option to use cellar. If you choose this option, the stairs that would have led to the cellar are instead replaced with the hatch to go to the minecart. Keep in mind that when you're doing your playthrough, you should not switch between greenhouses, as when you switch greenhouse mods, you may find that placements of things are a little skewed. So if you are going to switch, make sure you completely clear out your greenhouse from both crops, chests, and other items. There are many more greenhouse mods to choose from, including one I'm going to dedicate an entire video to because of how many options it has to choose from to customize it. So don't forget to subscribe and look forward to seeing that video soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what your favorite greenhouse mods are. I'm Yoria. If you have any questions on how to install mods or want to catch some of my other spotlights, you can refer to these videos here or ask me questions in the comments down below. I hope to see you again. Until then, take care.